Monster House is a very strange movie. If you pay attention, it doesn't feel like it's made for kids, and there's a secret reason for that. The story for this movie was written by a team that included Dan Harmon, one of the co-creators of Rick and Morty. In the early 2000s, Robert Zemeckis and Steven Spielberg were obsessed with a new technology, motion capture. They had already used it in the Polar Express. They had the money, they had the technology, but they lacked a worthwhile story. The small detail is that all the scripts they received were boring. They were the typical children's stories. That's when they rescued a script that Dan Harmon and Rob Schrab had written years earlier. Several studios had rejected it for being too dark. Their idea was neither childish nor cute. It was a mix of 80s horror with an acidic comedy that years later would define Rick and Morty. They weren't afraid to scare children, and the producers, seeing the potential, gave it the green light. The Black Ummer, the sarcastic Delagos, the strange characters like Bones, even Constance's sad story. All of that is the DNA of these masterminds. Monster House is basically an episode of Rick and Morty disguised as a children's movie. Over time, people extracted every single meme they could, and thus, one of the funniest animated movies in history was born.